Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hitchcock, and welcome to Wealth Protector TV. This is our channel with our law firm, Barth Calderon. We're an asset protection, estate planning, and business planning firm. We like to bring value to our community, and I have interesting people always on this show, and Davis Blaine is certainly one of them. Welcome, Davis.
Welcome, Paul. Hi.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And so, Davis, you've got an incredible background. We're going to get into it. First of all, you were the founder of what is now ProVisors, a very large networking organization. You did that, and you have a couple of businesses you're involved in now dealing with valuations, M&A. So first of all, let's start out a little bit about your background and then what you're doing now.
Well, I've been in the valuation business for, it seems like 100 years, Paul, and got involved in investment banking toward the end of the century, 1998. So I've been involved in that for quite a while.
Yeah.
But those two businesses kind of dovetail because a lot of our clients want an initial business valuation and preparation to sell, and then we take them on as a sell side client.
Okay. Davis, who are your clients mostly? What niche are you serving?
We're serving the middle market, lower middle market, probably. Most of our clients are revenue between, say, 5 million and 150 million.
Okay.
I consider that a pretty nice marketplace, but a lot
Yeah.
of people think of that as the lower middle market.
Yeah, no, a very, very, very good market area. And what is your interaction with a client look like? What are you and your team doing going in the trenches?
Well, that's an interesting question because a lot of times they're different, the valuation side and the investment banking side.
Yeah.
On the valuation side, we get a lot of assignments through Zoom and the phone, and we don't actually meet the people in
Yep.
person.
Yep.
In the old days, we used to meet everybody in person. Today, with Zoom and Teams, et cetera, you don't have as much need to meet people in person. But what I think what we do really well is we've been doing this a long time. We have very senior people, very senior professionals, and we scope out the problem and come up with sometimes very unique solutions, which kind of sets us apart on the valuation side. Now, on the investment bank, it's more hands-on type of work because there's so much going on with due diligence and the planning, et cetera. So,
Why are you performing a valuation with a business? What are the reasons someone's doing that with you?
well, there's a multiplicity of reasons. The biggest one, and the thing we do a lot of work with Barth Calderon is estate planning,
Right.
or a death tax, because you need to file the business value with the death tax. A lot of times it's just to get an indication of sale value. Sometimes people are transferring assets within a business, so we'll value intellectual property.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's kind of a myriad of reasons. Some people just want to know, okay, I'm thinking about selling in 3 years. Give me an idea what I'm worth today, because I want to incent some of my executives. So they create a baseline value, and then as value goes up, they're able to give maybe shares or bonuses to those individuals who help create that value. So that's
Phantom
another
stock,
reason.
yeah, phantom stock and things like that.
Right,
Yeah,
phantom stock, exactly. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, because I imagine with every business succession, new buyer comes in, there's always got to be a valuation, right? And buy-sell agreements are tied to it and all that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Buy-sell agreements is another reason for doing it. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want to get into cost segregation a bit. So I know that it requires a particular expertise, and I know there's a lot of there are a lot of accountants out there, they don't do it.
They don't do it.
Yeah, they don't do it. And so what is cost segregation, and why is it important?
Well, from a big picture, what you're really trying to do is maximize federal tax depreciation, which is a deduction. So every deduction reduces your income, reduces your tax, right? That's the overall thesis. And what you're really trying to do with a cost segregation study, and again, this is Paul, this is if you acquire property, acquire real estate,
Yeah.
if you build real estate, okay, or if you have a first or second to die, which is an event that allows you to go in and do the cost segregation. So there's really those four aspects to it. And a lot of people forget on a first to die, you get a step up in basis
Oh, right.
of your assets.
Yeah.
So we also appraise real estate. So we'll come in and appraise the real estate, usually at a higher value. And
Yeah.
then you get to start depreciation all over again. And what you're really trying to do is separate personal property from real property, because the personal property gets a shorter life and a faster depreciation method. So you're maximizing your depreciation in the early years. And when you look at this on an overall basis of real property, usually is about 30-year life. Okay.
Yep.
But if you look at it on a present value of after-tax savings, forcing that or pushing that depreciation into earlier years, you come out with a very nice net after-tax present value.
Very interesting. And the cost segregation, how long of an exercise is that? Obviously, it's going to depend, but is that weeks, months, or what do you get
No,
into?
it's usually weeks. Sometimes we work, especially with new construction, we work with detailed plans. And I didn't really answer your other question about why don't accountants do this?
Yeah.
This is really an engineering analysis. So if you have an architectural background or a construction background or an engineering background, you're well suited to do this kind of work, because that's what it takes. So a CPA, that's not their orientation or
Different.
their
Yeah.
expertise level. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is the mentor group. This is the
Right.
business.
Yes. That's the one
And
where we do the cost seg. Right.
okay. And well, tell me about the team there at the mentor group. Who are the folks there and how many?
Well, we've got 32 in total. And so we do, again, we do real estate appraisal, we do equipment appraisal, we do cost segregation, we do business and intellectual property valuation. So we have people with a lot of different expertise. And I set this up in 1987, having owned and run a couple other valuation companies. And my whole thesis was to get senior people where we didn't have to go through a whole training process. And
Yeah.
we've stuck to that pretty much through the years, to get very senior people. And a lot of my partners have been with us for 30, 35 years.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
the clients are coming to you. Is it word of mouth, referral business
Well,
mostly?
it's word of mouth, but again, you mentioned my having started ProVisors, the network
Yeah.
group. They, by the way, Paul, they have over 10,000 members now.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. All
When
from
I
you.
Yeah, well, when I sold my interest in 2013, there were 3,700 members. So look what kind of growth they've had.
Yeah.
But because I've been so central in that organization and have made a lot of really good contacts, like Harry Barth, et cetera,
Yeah.
um, I've gotten pretty well known, and a lot of our we get clients that refer us, but probably more senior professionals that refer us into various valuation or investment banking assignments. Yeah.
Davis, I gotta ask you because it's so interesting. I know ProVisors well. When you started that, what was the vision? I mean, did you start with just one group, one networking group, and go from there?
Yeah, basically we started with it, the whole idea was there were network groups, but they were more on a lower level,
Mhm.
like a dentist and a auto mechanic and maybe a CPA. And those were the kind of network groups that were available. What I saw was putting professionals together and getting them to talk to each other and learn from each other, and then building relationships and getting business. That was kind of, if you want to call it a mission, but that was kind of the genesis of setting up. At that time, it was called Professionals Network Group, and of
Yeah.
course now it's called ProVisors. But
Yeah.
that was the idea behind it, and we really had, I would say, it was pretty simple, Paul, in terms of our mantra. It was don't sell to each other because
Oh,
nobody
right,
wants to be sold to, right?
right, right.
And I think that's why network groups never really formed in the past, because senior professionals would say, well, I don't want to go into a room where people are going to pitch me, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that was a really important part of the mantra. And the second thing was look, get out of yourself a little bit and look to help people and see how you can help them either personally or business wise, make that relationship work, and then business will flow. And I think it was a pretty simple concept,
Yeah.
but we kept, drumming that into people. And now people come in and the people don't pitch each other
No, no.
at all. And
Yeah.
it's a very
Yeah.
comfortable environment. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really key to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're giving, and there's referrals
Oh,
there. I mean,
tons.
people are sharing
People
business
have
and
made a lot of money off of
yeah. Yeah.
ProVisors,
No. Yeah.
which
We
is
got,
great. It's kind of my legacy. I actually wrote a book on it, Paul, called Naked Without a Network, which kind of tells the story of why I started it. So when I started the mentor group in 1987, I needed to have a lot of professional contacts, right?
mhm.
And so I saw putting professionals together was kind of part of my way of giving,
Yeah.
and people got to know me, and then business flowed. But it was an unselfish motive and a selfish motive at the same time.
I love it. And Davis, when you're a very busy man and you got a lot going on. What are you doing when you're not working? I mean, outside of the office.
Well, I have 7 grandkids, which keeps
Ooh.
me pretty busy.
Are they around? Are they close to you?
Yeah, we have 2 in Manhattan Beach and 4 in Redondo. So we bought a home in Hermosa Beach on
Oh,
the
nice,
Strand. Yeah,
nice.
and we try to get down there as much as we can, but that
Uh,
that takes up some time.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful. And just
yeah.
a horrible place to be, right? On the Strand
Yes,
over there on the beach.
it's
Horrible.
terrible.
No, that's all. I'm a Southern California guy, born and raised, so I love it. Love it. Well, that's great. This is fantastic. I want to tell everybody listening to highly encourage you to get connected to Davis. He's got a lot of really great things going on. Davis, your information is going to be around this video. We're streaming this
Okay.
everywhere on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. So get connected. Maybe it's up here or down here. And yeah, really enjoy talking. We're going to obviously stay in touch and love to track your progress.
Okay, I appreciate it, Paul. Great to meet you, and I'm very appreciative of doing the podcast.
Absolutely. All right, Davis, talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.